Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Hey, Kendra.
What's your name, babe?
My name is Johnny.
Your name is Johnny?
Yeah, let me try and get the camera
Get the
steady.
camera steady, Johnny.
Yeah, there we go.
Johnny, where you calling me from?
Las Vegas, like Summerlin.
Okay, Johnny, Las Vegas. How old are you, Johnny?
44.
44. What you do for a living?
I'm a grocery manager over in Orlando.
Okay. Grocery manager. You live Orlando where? Florida? Are
Yeah,
you visiting Vegas?
yeah. I came like soon as y'all left. Soon as the prices came reasonable, I came.
So where do you live? Orlando?
Orlando.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Nah.
No kids. Have you ever been married?
Oh yeah, I was married about 20 years ago.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Leo.
Leo. All right, let's do it. We got Johnny. He lives in Orlando, currently calling us from Vegas, but lives in Orlando. 44, no kids, is a Leo, a grocery store manager. What kind of woman you looking for, babe?
A thoughtful one. Just one that's considerate. That's basically the main thing. Like the attraction level, it's like you'll put up with more from more attractive women than you would from less attractive women. So I'm kind of like, I'm willing to put up with more from some than I will with others. But the most important thing is for her to be thoughtful, considerate, and thinking of me sometimes, instead of what, she can get out of me or what I can do for her. Like, I'd rather they have more of a us mindset than a her mindset.
Okay, but I want to break this down. So you're saying a woman that's more attractive, you will put up more from her than a girl you don't find attractive.
Yeah, you ain't gonna keep arguing with the same ugly girl.
No?
No, you're not. Unless she gonna have to be a better woman. Like the uglier she is, the better a woman she gonna have to be, and the prettier she is. You'll be like, oh man, I'm tired of this girl and her mess. But she fine.
Woo, child, men been coming up here talking. So, okay, so pretty girls will have more of a chance. You will argue with a pretty girl. You're not arguing with an ugly girl.
No.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Um. hmm, let's see, because as I've gotten older, I expect a lot less. So if I was in a serious relationship with a woman, I don't know what would be a deal breaker, because I would be very tolerant of a lot of things. Like one of the main questions I ask myself before I get in a serious relationship is, would I be able to deal with her cheating? Would I be mature enough to be able to know she cheated and we can work through it? So like for me to be in a real relationship, I probably would be able to do that. You know, um,
So
you
you're
know.
okay. I want to make
So
sure.
I don't know the deal break.
Real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to make sure I'm understanding you properly. So you're saying if your woman cheated, you would be able to stay with her still.
If I was in love with her and I wanted to be with her, yes. Like if you like you say, y'all are just getting to know each other, and there's too much of that going on, you probably won't get very far. But if you way down the road and she ends up cheating, you gotta ask yourself whether you can deal with that, or whether it's too much for you. But as far as a deal breaker, uh, I guess I guess too much cheating would probably be the only deal breaker. If someone cheats on you, say they're not gonna do it again, and then they still doing that again, then that probably you have to let them go.
Okay. Now you already kind of mentioned this, but let me just ask the question directly. Does she have to look a certain way? Does she gotta look a certain way?
No. Me, I'm not that tall. I'm 5'5", Kendra. So that's probably why I keep getting overlooked. Um, I like tall women. they don't know why I'm sizing them up sometimes, but I like tall women. I like 5'10", 5'11" women. I like short women that are short like me. I like big women. Not too big. I'd say probably 230 probably be the cutoff. But as long as they're shaped well, I like big women too. So no, she doesn't have to look a certain way.
Okay, she don't gotta look a certain way. Okay. Now, what about money? Does she gotta make a certain amount of money?
No, she just got to have her own money. Like, I don't mind helping here and there, but, I don't want to constantly be like reaching in my pocket.
Okay. Now, Johnny, you talked about pretty women versus ugly women now. So
hmm
some comment questions for you. Now, do you normally attract the pretty girls?
Nope. I usually, that's probably why I'm single. I'm always probably shooting for the stars too much, trying to, everybody wants the best for themselves. So, I always, I don't approach women often because, I'm just a little too old for that. Hey, what's your name? Where you going? What you doing? Stuff. I don't have time for all that. I don't really care where she going or any of that if it ain't got anything to do with me. So I don't approach a whole lot of women. A woman got to be very attractive for me to be like, hey, wait a minute, where what's your name? Where are you going? But I just don't do that. So,
Well, Johnny, I mean, just like women say, here's the reality. Attractive women, you got to have money for attractive girls. Do you have enough money
yeah, I
for an
know.
attractive
Now,
woman?
well, that's the thing. See, right now in my life, I'm being a little lazy. I'm only working one job. I could work two, but I just kind of like to, study in my spare time and just, do my thing. So, if I had a woman though, I'd probably get a second job. So, like one income for me and one for, doing all that dating stuff, you know. But that's
I
what you
mean,
gotta do. Yeah, you gotta sure enough, over here in Orlando, you better get you some money because they want money just to they trying to get you to sell them just to come over. You
just to
know,
come over, they want you to send money?
yeah, and sometimes you might send it and they don't. You'd be
Ooh,
like, hey,
child.
I thought we was hooking up.
Well, here's the deal.
So it's rough.
Somebody said, here's just the truth about dating. And y'all don't even need me to tell you this. Johnny started off by saying he ain't arguing with no ugly woman. Nope, he ain't gonna do it. But with an attractive woman, he could stand by and argue a little bit more. Now, I found it to be funny. But what I like about this is men are more vocal about appearance than women are, but women show in their actions that appearance matters just as much to them. Women are going to make exceptions for men who are attractive and have money. They just are. They're not going to put those men through the ringers until they just over it. So, excuse me. And another reality of dating is just this. The more money a man has, the more great options he has in women. And the prettier a woman is, the greater options she has in a man. I don't make up the rules. I'm just telling you how this game is played. Take it or leave it. It's been since the end of time. The more money a man has, the better option in appearance. Now I'm talking about appearance. I'm not really talking about character because that could be subjective. We will have in the option of appearance of a woman and the attractiveness of a woman. She will have a better option of a man with money, and that's just what it is, child. Let's keep
Yeah.
going. Johnny, you already told me you were 5'5", right?
Yes.
Let's do the Kendrick Cam.
All right. I'm gonna try to set it up here. Maybe a little bit more.
We can't see you.
Yeah.
We see your Superman shirt. We gotta see your legs.
Let me see how I can fix this thing so that you. Let me stand back a little bit. You can't see
Still
the
gotta see your
whole
legs. There we go.
you ain't missing anything. They tiny anyway.
Well, we got
How
to
can
see
I
them,
get this?
Johnny. We got to see your legs. So get the camera so we can see your legs.
Trying to. Let me just put it on the floor,
Thank you,
and
Johnny.
then I'll step back.
Okay, there we go. Superman. Don't play with Johnny.
Well, I'm just in kind of like just walk around pajamas right now. I'm out here in like my little, like, I guess it's like a little 1-bedroom apartment out here in Las Vegas.
Okay. All right, Johnny, 44. What's the age range you would date?
I want kids, so I'm looking for a woman that's like 28 to 35.
28 to 35.
But I would date as high as maybe 48, maybe 48 might be the oldest. 48, 50 would probably be the oldest I'd date.
28 to 48 would be the oldest.
Yeah, but I'm looking for like 28 to 35.
28 to 35. Okay. So we got Johnny, Orlando, 44, no kids. Could the woman have kids already?
Most women my age, they got grandkids, but yeah, like two would be like probably the most.
To the most. All right, Johnny, when was your last relationship?
Oh, I haven't been in a relationship for I maybe 6, 7 years. I don't know.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, about a year and 3 months ago.
Oh, been a minute.
Yeah, you know, I ain't out here like really approaching a lot of women, you know, so,
Are you on a celibacy
you know,
journey?
yeah. No, I am not. I am looking to get it in like soon as I find, you know, the right, you know, thing. But I can't just be doing anything out here. So, you know, I don't know. The struggle is real. Because like me, for example, I work in a grocery store, and you see a lot of women come in the grocery store, and you would think that you see something from afar, but as you get closer, you just say, "No, I just thought I saw something." You know, you'll see something, you'll go a little closer, you'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" And then you get closer, she got tattoos all over her chest, and you know, 5 piercings on her face, and you know, it just, you'd be like, oh, never mind. I thought I saw something, you know. It's crazy.
Ooh, child. Okay, Johnny. Johnny, what are 3 flaws you have to work on when it comes to dating?
Oh, I would say that I procrastinate sometimes. You know, there's things I should be doing that, like for example, I should go back to school because I really, you know, I really enjoy the Russian language and I want to teach Russian. But you know, I've been procrastinating on going back to school. You know, because my company just got sold, so you know we're kind of just bracing for the merger and what happens, and you know, I just want to see what happens with that. You know, before I start going back to school. But you know, yeah, that would be you know, my problem. I procrastinate a lot. I should be back in school. I should be going to church more. You know, it's a lot of things I should be doing that I'm not doing, you know.
Okay. Those are your 2 flaws?
Yeah, that I would say those are my flaws. You know.
All right. And why would a woman be lucky to be with you, Johnny?
Oh well, you know, I'm a hopeless romantic. You know, I love Valentine's Day. Don't never have a Valentine. You know,
You never had a
you know,
Valentine? Hold on, you never had a
no,
Valentine?
I said I usually don't. I love Valentine's Day. You know, but I usually.
Johnny, you're 44 years old. Have you ever had a Valentine? Oh.
Yeah, plenty of them.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I wish I had one, you know, usually, but you know, most times I don't. But you know, I would love to have someone to buy things for or take trips with, or you know, all that stuff. Just don't have that, you know, just don't have that person.
All right, he's ready to have that person. All right, so we got Johnny. You want her to be in Orlando, right?
Well, yeah, I prefer Orlando, but she could be as far away as, like, say, Atlanta.
Okay. So Johnny Orlando, 44. He has no kids. He does want kids. He's a Leo, a grocery store manager in Orlando, He'll date 28 to 48. You have to be open-minded with children. You can have 2 kids. Don't be too ugly because he ain't gonna argue with your ass. You have to be pretty enough that if he argue with you, he'll be willing to argue. If you ugly, he said, he ain't even gonna argue. He gonna just end it because you don't got time.
Mm-hmm.
So ugly girl can't say, I'm mad at you. You didn't call me back. What would you say to her?
You know, I probably didn't call her back because she ugly. I mean, I wouldn't say that to her, but that would be probably what I mean. You know, we ain't trying to be. You know, we ain't trying to be. I don't like arguing too much anyway, even with a pretty one. Because I grew up in a domestic violence home, so I don't even like to do a whole lot of arguing. Like as soon as we start arguing too much, I'll be like, you know what? We've been arguing too much. Let's just do something separate. Let's do something different, you know? Because I ain't finna put my hands on you or fight with you. I just won't deal with you.
All right, won't deal with you. All right, Johnny. Well, listen. You said you're 5'5". You do like women that are taller than you.
Yeah, I like giraffes. You know.
You like giraffes?
Yeah, I like giraffes. Like, you know, there's nothing like it's a tall woman is sexy. Like, you know.
There you have it.
You know, they just don't be interested. They don't be interested in me, but I like them.
Well, Johnny, I think that might be your issue. If you want a family, you got to focus on the women that are interested in you back.
Yeah.
Or
I agree with that.
You know, or you're gonna keep, you know, a lot of women come on my show, and what I see a lot of times in the comment section is people say that this woman doesn't qualify. She don't qualify for what she wants. We always said it about the women. But I will say this, Johnny, at some point in time, you got to decide, do you want to continue to be with no one? You know, I know you said you want children, or do you want to, you know, figure out with a woman who wants to figure it out with you back?
Yeah.
And if
I can agree with
Johnny,
that.
just pay for a makeover. Get her lashes done. You know, get her a gym pad.
No, it's some things you can't fix. Like I'm 5'5". I can't fix that. You know what I mean? I was born that way from the genetics that my mom and my dad gave me. So all the women who say, "Oh, you gotta be 6 feet tall," it's not optional how tall a man grows. You know what I mean? You're gonna be however tall you're gonna be, and it was already your genetics are gonna figure that out. You know, but
that.
I mean, like to just be disqualified for something that has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, I don't know. It's just petty.
Well, let me say this, and now we get into the real talk of it. And I feel for this, but you're absolutely right. Women want tall men. I hear it every single night. And there are women who are not going to give you a shot just because of your height. And that's what it is. But I would say this, Johnny, forget those women. Don't worry about those women. This is for everybody. Don't worry about the person that's not worried about you. What you got to do is decide who's the best option of people that actually want to date you if you want somebody, right? So what I was saying to you, Johnny, is you made it clear, attractive women, unattractive women are not your cup of tea. But if you find a girl who you don't find too attractive, but she's sweet as pie, you could hook her up, Johnny. You know, if she's heavy, you can get her pass. You know, if you know, you could buy her a wig, you could get her a makeup artist. Like there's ways to make unattractive women very attractive.
Yeah. And being a good woman is attractive. She ain't even gotta look that great, the better the woman she is. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
The more thoughtful she is.
So her character could matter for you.
Yeah, the more thoughtful she is, the more talented she is, the more, you know, if she has everything else, then, you know, who cares? She looks, you know, her looks aren't so great because she's gonna start to look great because of all her character, all her qualities. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I got you. Okay, Johnny, let's do it. How could women reach out to you?
Facebook page. I don't have like Instagram or any of that other stuff. They could just send me a friend request, and that's fine.
Say it again.
Johnny Miller is my name, so they can find it like that. JOHNNY.
All right. Well, there you go. You keep me posted how it goes, Johnny.
Okay,
All right.
will do.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh, child. I mean, ooh, child, you know. One thing I like about this show is I think people who wouldn't normally, it works both ways, right? Sometimes people who are used to getting women, they come on and the arrogance turns women off, although they still do get reached out to. The arrogance turns them off. And then there's sometimes people will never get a chance just off of aesthetics and appearance, but then after they hear them talk, they say, oh, maybe I will give them a shot. You never know. That's why this show is about getting to know the person beyond the photo.